Food for thought. Let things flow. Let relationships build naturally. Let your workflow just begin. We as humans like to force certain things in life. For example, friendships. We want to be friends with someone right away. We want to click automatically. We want to have things perfect the first time we experience them. Because that's just what we hope. We hope that our dreams are achieved and obtained and are obtainable the first time we try something. But in actuality, most likely that doesn't happen. But on the flip side, we also learn from that experience, and through that experience, to have patience. There are many times that we just want something. When we're little kids, we want that cookie. We want that piece of candy. But it's always going back to delayed gratification. And learning that we can't always get what we want right away. Because when you look at a friendship aspect, sometimes we have friends that we automatically know that we're going to be really good friends. And that we just click, conversations just flow, and we are just with them. And we can just be ourselves with them. But then on other times, when we have first impressions of people, they're like, oh my gosh, I thought you were totally mean, that you were totally rude, I thought you were pompous the first time that I met you. And then all of a sudden you guys become like good friends a few months later, several months later. And then there's other times you become friends with somebody right away, and then it's just an attachment. It's one of those anxious attachment styles. And that's a big like a love bombing, but for friendship. And then you kind of know something's up. And sometimes those slow things that slowly form are what matter. Because nothing was forced, nothing was rushed, everything took its time to form organically. For example, I am friends-ish with a girl that I just met through my internship. We've spoken a few words, we're not really close. And then all of a sudden, just this past week, things are just starting to slowly click. We're talking a little bit more. And neither of us rushed anything. We just formed a friendship. We got to know each other just a little bit. And that's all you can really do. And then exactly with workflow. You and I want to work. We are workaholics sometimes. And we want to get our work done. But then when there's so many things going on, it's like, oh my gosh, where do I put my attention to? But then when you try to put everything inside of a box and get everything done, you get nothing done. Because everything is everywhere. And I felt very distracted today. I felt very all over the place because my schedule was different and things were just all over the place, and I didn't have my routine in, and just being okay with just going with the flow and being okay with certain things not going to plan. Because sometimes we have ideas that X, Y, and Z are going to happen and it's going to be perfect and we're going to go with it. But that's not always the case. And we just have to lean in, take a breath, and then go for it. And there's nothing wrong with that. And honestly, the part of learning how to flow with things, whether it's for work, whether it's a relationship, whether it's just timing, You learn to have patience with yourself, and you learn what works for you and what feels right for you. You have a gut instinct. You have something that tells you what is right and wrong. But sometimes you don't listen to that. Sometimes you just do your own thing. And then you kind of are like, darn, like, I could have done X, Y, and Z. But the whole purpose of this, I think people are going to come out, but the whole purpose of this is to just go with the flow at the end of the day, and to be okay with things not going to plan, and to not be too hard on yourself, because there's definitely people coming, I think. That's okay. Oh well. But you just have to learn how to go with the flow. And know that your schedule doesn't have to be perfect. And I'm trying to still learn that. Because I'm a very routine-based person. And when my routine is messed up, my flow gets messed up. And so I'm trying to go with the flow and trying to breathe and not get too anxious, because yesterday I was very anxious and I didn't know what I was going to do. But then today wasn't as productive as I would have liked it to be, but I might work on some stuff later. But nevertheless, just go with the flow, and then you'll find it, and then you'll just ride it, and then it'll be fine. Food for thought.